Advice. Advice is an opinion about what to do.
I don't know how to study for my exams. Can you give me some advice?
Along. Along means to move from one part of a road, river, etc. to another.
Walk along this tunnel for 10 minutes and you'll see a door on the left.
Attention. Attention is the notice, thought, or consideration of someone.
His work got the attention of 2 of his coworkers.
Attract. To attract means to make a person or thing come closer or be interested.
The magnet attracted the metal.
Climb. To climb means to use your hands and feet to go up on something.
The girls climbed to the top of the mountain.
Drop. To drop is to fall or allow something to fall.
A small amount of water dropped from the bottle.
Final. If something is final, it is the last part.
In the final part of the film, the man and the woman got married.
Further. Further is used to say something is from a distance or time.
The escalator is further along than I thought.
Imply. To imply something is to suggest it without saying it.
The man implied that he wanted the job, but he didn't say so.
Maintain. To maintain means to make something stay the same.
The balls maintain constant movement.
Neither. You use neither to connect two negative statements.
Neither the pass on the left nor the pass on the right will lead us home.
Otherwise. Otherwise means different or in another way.
It's good to stay active, otherwise you'll gain weight.
Physical. If something is physical, it is related to your body and not your mind.
Biking is good for your physical health.
Prove. To prove something is to show that it is true.
My teacher proved the answer on the board.
React. To react is to act in a certain way because of something that happened.
James reacted badly to the news.
Ride. To ride something is to travel on it. You can ride an animal, a bike, etc.
I will ride a roller coaster for the first time today.
Situated. If something is situated somewhere, it is in that place.
The whiteboard is situated between the two men.
Society. Society is people and the way that they live.
Society expects people to be good and honest.
Standard. A standard is what people consider normal or good.
This older model TV is below our store standards.
Suggest. To suggest something means to give an idea or plan about it.
He suggested that we go to see his boss.
Actually. Actually means in fact or really.
My dad looks a little mean, but actually, he's very kind.
Bite. Bite is the act of using your teeth to cut and tear into something.
The boy took a big bite out of his hamburger.
Coast. The coast is the land by an ocean.
I stayed on the southern coast of Australia.
Deal. A deal is an agreement that you have with another person.
I made a deal with the other company to give us some money.
Desert. The desert is an area of land without many plants or water.
Not many plants grow in the desert.
Earthquake. An earthquake is a shaking movement of the ground.
The building shook during the earthquake.
Effective. If something is effective, it works well.
Swimming is an effective way to stay healthy.
Examine. To examine something is to look at it carefully.
The doctor examined my eyes today.
False. If something is false, it is not correct.
If you think the answer is false, press the red button.
Gift. A gift is something you give someone.
Dave received many gifts for Christmas.
Hunger. Hunger is the feeling that you get when you need to eat.
After playing all day long, he was filled with hunger.
Imagine. To imagine something is to think of it in your mind.
Sally imagined herself winning lots of money.
Journey. A journey is a long trip.
I went on a journey across the country with my parents.
Puzzle. A puzzle is something that is hard to understand.
The question was a puzzle to him.
Quite. Quite is used to say that something is complete or very much.
I think typing on a keyboard is quite easy.
Rather. Rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other.
I would rather have the red one than the blue one.
Specific. If something is specific, it is precise or exact.
Please choose a specific place on the map.
Tour. A tour is a short trip in which you see many sights.
I took a tour of Asia and Europe.
Trip. A trip is a journey to a certain place.
Ken took a trip to the city yesterday.
Value. If something has value, it is worth a lot of money.
Matthew found a treasure of very high value.
Band. A band is a group of people who play music.
My brother is in a rock band.
Barely. Barely means by the smallest amount, almost not.
I barely had enough money to pay for my bus ticket.
Boring. If something is boring, it is not fun.
I think the internet is boring.
Cancel. To cancel means to decide that an event or a request will not happen.
She canceled the rest of her plans because of the rain.
Driveway. A driveway is a short private road that leads to a person's home.
The long driveway led us to their new house.
Garbage. Garbage is waste material like unwanted or spoiled food, bottles, paper, etc.
The boy cleaned up the garbage around his house.
Instrument. An instrument is something designed to do a certain task, like music.
My favorite musical instrument is the piano.
List. A list is a record of information printed with an item on each line.
My mom makes a list of groceries to buy.
Magic. Magic is the power to do impossible things.
The magician used magic to pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Message. A message is a set of words that you send to someone.
I left a message for you in the envelope.
Notice. To notice something is to see it for the first time.
Did you notice the view?
Own. To own something means to have it. That thing belongs to you.
My grandfather owns that house.
Predict. To predict something is to say that it will happen.
She predicted that I would get married next year.
Professor. A professor is a person who teaches in college.
Mike's science professor knows a lot about physics.
Rush. To rush is to go somewhere or do something very quickly.
Nancy rushed to finish her homework.
Schedule. A schedule is a plan that tells you when to do things.
What is your class schedule for today?
Share. To share something is to give some of it to another person.
Jimmy shared his apple with me.
Stage. A stage is a place where actors or musicians act or sing.
A large screen was on the stage.
Storm. A storm is very bad weather. There is a lot of rain or snow.
Did that storm wake you up last night?
Within. You use within to say that something is inside another thing.
Within the box, there was a pizza.
Advertise. To advertise is to tell people about something on TV, radio, etc.
They used a rabbit to help them advertise their product.
Assign. To assign something to someone is to tell them to do it.
I assigned the worker an important task.
Audience. An audience is a group of people who watch something together.
There was a large audience at the game.
Breakfast. Breakfast is the first meal of the day.
I eat breakfast at 8 every morning.
Competition. A competition is a contest to see who is the best at something.
He won the running competition over the weekend.
Cool. If the weather is cool, it is a little bit cold.
The weather is cool in the fall.
Gain. If you gain something, you get more of it.
I gained some weight over the summer.
Importance. Importance means the quality or condition of being needed or valued.
VIPs are people of great importance.
Knowledge. Knowledge is information that you have about something.
A music teacher should have good knowledge of music.
Major. If something is major, it is big or important.
I have a major problem. My boss wants me to redo my project.
Mean. Mean describes someone who is unkind or cruel.
My coworker is a very mean person. He gets angry very quickly.
Prefer. If you prefer something, you want it more than something else.
I prefer to take the path that will lead me to a bright future.
President. A president is the leader of a country.
The president of our country made an important announcement.
Progress. Progress is the act of getting closer to doing or finishing something.
Our company made financial progress this year.
Respect. Respect is a good opinion of someone because they are good.
I have great respect for firemen.
Rich. If you are rich, you have a lot of money.
He's rich. He can buy anything he wants.
Skill. A skill is the knowledge and ability that allows you to do something well.
A snowboarder must have the right skills to do well.
Somehow. Somehow means in a way or by some means which is not known.
He somehow had to find a way to reach the life preserver.
Strength. Strength is the physical power that you have.
Exercising will increase your strength and give you more power.
Vote. To vote is to officially choose between two or more things.
I voted for Billy to be our class president.
Above. If something is above, it is at a higher level than something else.
He straightened the sign that was above the crowd.
Ahead. If something is ahead of something else, it is in front of it.
The blue car drove on ahead of us.
Amount. An amount is how much there is of something.
Can I use my card to pay for the entire amount?
Belief. A belief is a strong feeling that something is correct or true.
A preacher or priest should have a strong belief in God.
Center. The center of something is the middle of it.
The center of a dartboard is the most important spot.
Common. If something is common, it happens often or there is much of it.
It is common for snow to fall in the winter.
Cost. To cost is to require expenditure or payment.
These designer shoes cost more than the regular ones.
Demonstrate. To demonstrate something is to show how it is done.
She demonstrated her plan to her coworkers.
Different. Different describes someone or something that is not the same as others.
Each of my sisters has a different hairstyle from one another.
Evidence. Evidence is a fact or thing that you use to prove something.
He used the pictures as evidence that UFOs are real.
Honesty. Honesty means the quality of being truthful or honest.
A courtroom should be a place of honesty.
Idiom. An idiom is a phrase with a meaning different from its words.
The idiom, "when pigs fly," means that something will never happen.
Independent. If something is independent, it is not controlled by something else.
She chose to live an independent life in the country.
Inside. Inside means the inner part, space, or side of something.
The inside of the box was empty.
Master. A master is a person who is very good at something.
My brother is a master of Taekwondo.
Memory. A memory is something you remember.
The memory of my first time in the city will always be the best.
Proper. If something is proper, it is right.
It is not proper to throw your garbage on the road.
Scan. To scan something is to look at it very carefully.
You must scan each person closely.
Section. A section is a part of something larger.
The green section of the graph is the most important part.
Surface. The surface of something is the top part or outside of it.
The surface of the moon is very rough.